Okay. So, how many of you guys ever been scammed or fraud before? Really? Anyone want to say like how it happened or why?
Somebody stole my credit card information
Here.
wirelessly or somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how they did
Because I still have my card.
Hackers.
Me too, they did it to me. They spent $200 in this random electronics store.
Well, yeah. As a busy college student, many of us, like I said, use items like credit cards, and we try to use it for like every transaction possible. Like for example, that sometimes you can't predict it, sometimes you can, and for the most part, it sucks because you don't really know when you're going to be a victim of fraud or scams. It just kind of happens. I actually was scammed myself as well. On the way up here, I was coming from LA. Typically from Sacramento to LA, you have to stop for like 2 times to get gas, once or twice for gas. And like right before the Grapevine, I went to Chevron and just typical, slid my card and got gas. And then when I got home the next day, I seen an extra charge on my bill statement saying $128.43. One, I have a little small BMW and it would fill up $128 worth of gas. And I also got charged for mines. And then I found out that basically I got scammed by something called like a skimmer. It's what thieves use, and they put it on like the gas pump, and it goes around it, on it, and it remembers your card numbers. And so like when I slid it, when I left, the guy just went up and filled up his thing because they remember my card number. It sucked that it happened, but it kind of opened my mind up, knowing that, okay, it's possible, I'm not invincible, I can get scammed as well as anyone else. So today I'm going to just tell you guys more about, scams and frauds, how it happens. I'm going to tell you about the 7 principles of the way that you can get tricked into getting scammed or fraud, as well as the usage of your credit cards and how, most common ways to get scammed through a credit card, and also how it impacts people in America. So the first topic I'm going to talk about is the 7 principles of ways to get tricked. According to Stehano and Wilson's Understanding Scam Principles, the 7 principles for system security in 2011 and communications with ACM, there are 7 ways in which they are used towards a victim. For example, like the way I said about my gas station situation. I got scammed at a gas station, didn't really realize it. That falls under the 7 principles of systems for security. The 7 principles are, I'm going to state all those principles, and they have examples with them. So for example, the distraction principle is basically like continuously giving the thief money. So it's like someone on the street, come on, can I have $5? I'm really trying to get a job, and right now it's just not working out. The second one is the social compliance principle, The police going inside a shop and stealing, for example, saying this stuff was stolen, this computer was stolen. As well as the hurt principle is basically just money hustling. So like if you ever went to like a pool hall or like something like, like a game place, like, I bet you the Raiders are gonna win this week, something like that. And the dishonest principle is basically like illegal actions. Like you're doing something illegal to get money, even though you're not supposed to be doing it because it's illegal. And the time principle is basically fast money, trying to get the money as fast as possible as you can. And kindness principle, for example, like someone coming up to you saying, hey, my house got caught on fire, I need money, blah, 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 and you give them money because you feel bad. Also, the need and greed principle is basically like, for example, like illegal plastic surgery. Someone's doing plastic surgery under the table for money, and they don't have a license for it. Now that we talked about the 7 principles, we're going to talk about the usage of your credit cards. On October 2011, the USAOrg.org website posted credit card protection for your credit, ways to stop and prevent credit card fraud. As a college student, we obviously know that you use it a lot, like I said, online and in person. Basically, different ways that you can watch out for credit card frauds is look out for these main ones. These are like huge ones for scams. Like eBay is very common for scams. You're buying stuff on there hoping the person's going to send you the stuff. Craigslist, I almost got scammed for a car on Craigslist because we wanted the car and they wanted us to ship the money through MoneyGrams. Like if it's like MoneyGrams or anything like that, it's most likely a scam. Email scams as well. Like they say, if you send this to 100 people, you'll get $10,000. Scam. Lotto scam, same thing. Sometimes they're scams. Just scams. These scams they mostly happen because scams are a lot easier to do online because it's easier to trick someone online than it is in person. It's a lot harder to convince someone in person than it is online. And thirdly, I'm going to talk about the impact it has on America. Okay, on America and how the impact on America how it has and basically what it is towards you guys and how it affects us. This article that I had did my presentation on was the fraud in online learning by New York Times on October 2011 gave an example of how our very own United States government was fraud. The reason why I said this is because people think that only natural, regular people can be fraud. However, we can be fraud as well. What happened was there was a Pell Grant fraud. 10,000 people were involved. They stole money, basically. They weren't eligible for the money, but however, they did it, they got in trouble. It was a fraud, and it affected the government and it affected us. So it does happen. Tons of money is stolen every year. The government can't really do nothing about it because they're getting scammed as well. The thieves basically get away with it. It's just kind of your loss. And this is basically making our country sort of in debt. And today I talked about fraud, 7 principles, and basically common ways of your credit cards. Just keep in mind when you going out and buying stuff or even online, just look for like really common ways of getting scammed, and make sure you're really careful about your surroundings because typically that's how you get scammed or fraud. And I hope you learned something because I don't want anyone to get